a healthy and productive morning sets the tone for a productive day overall. So take your morning routine serious. I think that's a really, really nice, interesting definition. It sets the tone for the day. It helps you to feel healthier, more productive. And we'll get into that because I know some of you are retired and you think, well, who says I have to be productive? I'm retired. And also to take it serious, because, you know, it's serious in the sense that it can really help improve your overall well-being. That's what I believe. Now, some of you might know I work as a health coach outside of GetSetUp. And one of the things I work on with people is their morning routine. Because if you get up and you don't have purpose, you don't feel productive, it really does set the tone or the spiral tone of just like not getting on with things. Even as simple as doing one little act in the morning can really set the tone and set you up for success for your day. So definitely it's something to work on is the morning routine. Now, a lot of our young people, and I still think of millennials as young people because they're, younger than me, but I think millennials now are even into their 30s. But millennials or Gen Z, I think, is the class after millennials, the young people. What do all the young people do? They're on social media a lot, right? We know that, as are we. Sometimes us adults were on social media as well, but the younger people are on a lot of social media, different things. TikTok is huge right now. What else is big? Well, TikTok, Snapchat, some things like that. But what they do is they look towards entrepreneurs, CEOs, motivational gurus for inspiration and advice. Now they call these people, what do they call them? Influencers. So if you've got kids or grandkids, you've probably heard that term. Influencers is the cool term for basically, like the people we look up to. And a lot of young people are following, what is this influencer doing? What are they wearing? What are they eating? Everything down to like, what time they go to bed at night and stuff like that. So I say use these people for inspiration, not necessarily advice, because we are all individuals. And that's one thing I want to say. We are all individuals. And so as an individual, what works good for you might not work as well for somebody else. So let's look at a few examples then of people in history. And I did a little bit of research to find out, like, what do people do? Like, what makes them successful? Benjamin Franklin was known to get up at 5 a.m. every morning. And he used to ask himself the same question. It was part of his mantra. What good shall I do this day? That was his mantra of like kind of getting his day started on the right foot, feeling good, all that kind of stuff. What good shall I do this day? That's great. Jennifer Aniston, or sorry, no, not there yet. Author, biohacker, Tim Ferriss. You might have heard of Tim Ferriss. He has a podcast. He's somebody who's known to interview people of success, whether it's, a chef, a finance person, a business person, whatever, and talk to them, pick their brain. Like, what is it they do? How do they do it? When do they do it? All that stuff. Tim Ferriss's morning routine as part of his habits are strong cup of tea, a little bit of meditation, and then journaling. He does some journaling. He does what they call brain drain journaling, where he just sits and he just writes what's in his brain, what's on his brain. His motto is win the morning, win the day. Isn't that true? Isn't that true? Motivational speaker Darren Hardy, he's somebody that I follow. He's a very productive guy. He loves to be productive and get stuff done. He is not a big exercise guy in the mornings. He does his exercise later on in the day. That's when he likes to do it. So he likes to get up, put the pot of coffee on, get his good cup of coffee, get into his office, because he still is like a busy guy. And what he does is he puts his phone on airplane mode. So we all have the ability to put it, we do it on when we go on a flight, we put our phone on airplane mode, and then he churns out a 90 minutes on a productive task. He actually calls it his jam session. I kind of like that name, jam session. Now, if you at all have any, like you say you are still working or you work part-time, or you're writing a book, or you're doing something that needs you to be very focused, you could do something similar to him. Like, it doesn't have to be 90 minutes. It could be 60 minutes. It could be 30 minutes that you're going to do that one specific task. Maybe think about putting your phone on airplane mode. Airplane mode just means you're not getting ding, 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 and getting that sort of hit of adrenaline every time, like you hear a ding and think, oh, who's contacting me, that kind of thing. Jennifer Aniston, she's an actress, she's been known to wake up, get up quite early. She will get up as early as 4:30 in the morning, just so she gets her me time in the morning. So she does 20 minutes of meditation, and she always drinks her warm lemon drink in the morning. Now, I do similar, like my drink, this is my second cup because I haven't eaten yet today. Doing a little intermittent fasting. It is a little bit later though, isn't it? I had a meeting between my classes, so that I didn't get to eat. But I do this every morning too, as I have lemon drink in the morning, and that's to help detox the liver, help the detoxifying of the liver that happened at night, finish up their cleansing, and it's cleansing in the morning. She doesn't matter if she has to be on set at 6 in the morning. She'll still get up early so she can do this ritual. A ritual is another word, like, for like the routine, the morning routine. Richard Branson, now of course these things have changed over the time, but no matter what he was up to later on, this is when his kids were young, he would get up in the morning, get out and get his workout. That was really important to him, to get his exercise in. He would have his own healthy breakfast, and then he would spend time with his kids, helping them with breakfast, and spending time with his family, so that he could then go off and work on whatever it is that he needed to work on for the rest of the day or evening or whatever. But family time was very important for Richard Branson. It probably still is, but this is from a little while ago. Kate Hudson, she's another actress. She has a fun thing, which is interesting because there's a big trend on cryotherapy these days. Cryotherapy meaning going into the cold, immersing yourself in, like, going and dipping in the ocean for like 10 minutes or 5-10 minutes. There's even such a thing now and people would do the cold shower. There's a thing you can get, like, it looks like a little bathtub, and it's like a hot tub, but in a bathtub form, called the cryo plunge or something like that. There's new things out. I saw it on Facebook. One of my friends, they do this little plunge every morning to get that coolness, because it's supposed to be so good for your health. So Kate Hudson came up with this idea from her makeup artist: a big bowl of water, icy cold water, and she dunks her face in the water and holds it in there as long as she can. And that wakes her up. It's supposedly good for your skin. And it's just one of the things she does as part of her morning routine. It's kind of interesting. I thought I'd throw that one in here because I thought, oh, that's really neat. Now, Oprah Winfrey, which many of us have probably know, most of us know who Oprah is, and I've been around her for a long time. I used to watch her television show every Monday to Friday. I never missed her show. Even before you taped shows, I used to watch her show. She always does her meditation. She never misses her meditation, no matter whether she's on holidays, if it's like she's in another country, she's traveling, she always does her meditation. Yeah, that's great, Mary. That's great. She does a sitting 20-minute meditation doesn't matter if it's a Saturday or if she's, like, as I say, on a vacation, whether it's Christmas morning, she always does her meditation. It's something